According to electrical safety codes, a paddle fan installed 8 feet over an outdoor pool must not be installed within 5 feet horizontally from the inside walls of the pool. This clearance is essential for safety reasons, mainly to prevent electrical hazards near water. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific guidelines for electrical installations in and around swimming pools, spas, and similar locations to minimize the risk of electric shock. These guidelines address various aspects of electrical equipment placement, wiring methods, grounding and bonding, and the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. When installing electrical equipment near a pool, several factors must be considered. Firstly, the location of the equipment relative to the pool is critical. The NEC defines specific zones around the pool, with varying clearance requirements for different types of equipment. These zones are designed to ensure that electrical equipment is far enough away from the water to prevent accidental contact. Secondly, the type of equipment being installed matters. For example, lighting fixtures, receptacles, and switches must be located at specific distances from the pool's edge and must be GFCI protected. This is to prevent shock hazards if someone were to touch a faulty device while in or near the water. Thirdly, the wiring methods used must comply with NEC requirements. Wiring must be installed in approved raceways or cables and must be properly grounded and bonded. Grounding and bonding help to create a low impedance path for fault current, allowing the GFCI to trip and de-energize the circuit quickly in the event of a ground fault. GFCIs are an essential safety device for pools and spas. They are designed to detect even small amounts of current leakage to ground and to quickly interrupt the circuit, preventing electric shock. The NEC requires GFCIs to be installed in various locations around pools, including receptacles, lighting circuits, and equipment serving the pool. Bonding is another critical safety measure. It involves connecting all metal parts of the pool and its surrounding equipment to a common grounding point. This includes the pool's reinforcing steel, metal piping, pumps, filters, and other metal components. Bonding helps to equalize the electrical potential between these parts, reducing the risk of shock if someone touches two different metal objects that are at different voltages. In addition to the general requirements for electrical installations near pools, there are specific rules for paddle fans. As mentioned earlier, a paddle fan installed 8 feet over an outdoor pool must not be installed within 5 feet horizontally from the inside walls of the pool. This clearance is intended to prevent the fan from falling into the pool or coming into contact with someone in the water. The height of the fan above the pool is also a factor. The NEC specifies minimum height requirements for electrical equipment installed over pools to ensure that it is out of reach of people in the water. When installing a paddle fan near a pool, it is essential to follow all applicable NEC requirements and to consult with a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician will be familiar with the specific rules for pool installations and can ensure that the installation is safe and compliant with code. In summary, the 5-foot horizontal clearance requirement for paddle fans installed over outdoor pools is a critical safety measure designed to prevent electrical hazards. By following the NEC guidelines and working with a qualified electrician, you can ensure that your pool area is safe and enjoyable for everyone. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity, especially near water. It's also worth noting that local codes and regulations may have additional requirements beyond the NEC. Always check with your local building department or electrical inspector to ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes. Furthermore, regular maintenance and inspections of electrical equipment around the pool are essential to ensure continued safety. Check for signs of damage or wear, and have any necessary repairs or replacements made promptly. By taking these precautions, you can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and enjoy your pool safely. Regarding specific NEC sections, the requirements for swimming pools, fountains, and similar installations are primarily covered in Article 680 of the National Electrical Code. While I cannot provide exact section numbers without potentially misrepresenting the current edition of the NEC, it's important to consult the most up-to-date version for precise details. However, I can generally describe the types of information you'll find within Article 680 and related sections. Article 680 covers a wide range of topics related to electrical safety around pools, including definitions of terms, general requirements, specific rules for different types of pools, wiring methods, equipotential bonding, GFCI protection, and requirements for underwater lighting. Key areas within Article 680 address equipotential bonding, which involves connecting all metal parts of the pool structure and associated equipment to create a common electrical potential. This reduces the risk of voltage differences that could cause electric shock. The article also details the requirements for ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection, which is crucial for preventing electrocution. GFCIs are required for receptacles, lighting circuits, and other electrical equipment in specific zones around the pool. Another important aspect covered is the wiring methods allowed in the vicinity of pools. The NEC specifies the types of wiring that can be used and how they must be installed to ensure safety. This includes requirements for conduit, cable, and other wiring materials. The article also addresses the requirements for underwater lighting, including the types of fixtures that can be used, the depth at which they can be installed, and the wiring methods required. In addition to Article 680, other sections of the NEC may also be relevant to pool installation. For example, Article 250 covers grounding and bonding requirements, which are essential for ensuring electrical safety in all types of installations, including pools. Article 300 covers wiring methods, and Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables. It is always crucial to consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes and regulations when planning and installing electrical equipment around pools. This will help ensure that the installation is safe and compliant with all applicable requirements. Remember, electrical work around pools can be dangerous, and it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician who is familiar with the specific requirements for pool installations. They can help you design and install a safe and compliant electrical system for your pool. Also note that the NEC is updated regularly, typically every 3 years, so it's essential to use the most current edition. The NEC is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is available for purchase on their website. Many jurisdictions adopt the NEC as part of their local building codes, so it's essential to check with your local building department to determine which edition of the NEC is in effect in your area. The local building department can also provide information on any local amendments or regulations that may apply to pool installations. In addition to the NEC, there are other resources available that can provide guidance on electrical safety around pools. For example, the Electrical Safety Foundation International, or ESFI, offers a variety of educational materials on electrical safety, including information on pool safety. The Consumer Product Safety Commission, or CPSC, also provides information on pool safety, including tips on preventing electrical hazards. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing and using electrical equipment around pools. This will help ensure that the equipment is installed correctly and operates safely. Never attempt to repair electrical equipment yourself unless you are a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to leave it to the professionals. Regularly inspect electrical equipment around the pool for signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged or worn equipment promptly. Keep electrical equipment dry and away from water. Never use electrical appliances near the pool, and be sure to dry your hands before touching electrical equipment. If you see any signs of electrical hazards around the pool, such as frayed wires, sparking, or shocks, immediately turn off the power to the pool and contact a qualified electrician. By taking these precautions, you can help prevent electrical hazards and enjoy your pool safely.